All right, so let's jump into the one-word description of the hotel industry. Who wants to be the bold one? And Doug.
Momentum. There's a lot of momentum, obviously. You know, in fact, I just came from a breakfast, the PAC breakfast with the HLA, and Bill Marriott was speaking, and he said his quote was, "Every 7 years the hotel industry makes money." You know, so last time was 07, so we're coming up to that now, and there's probably some truth there with the cyclical nature. But I think with this last recession being so different than the others, there's been a series of some really, really good years and opportunities. When that ends, who knows, but some momentum right now.
From a lender's perspective, I'm going to say competitive.
That's good.
Yeah, because
We like that.
Right.
exactly, because in 2010, 2011, we didn't see very much competition. 2012, we started to see a little bit more competition, but in 2013, that's when we really saw it coming, and I think it was banks that woke up and said, you know, I think the risk return opportunity is great in the lodging industry. You know, after 3 years of recovery, I think their fears have abated, and so you're not only seeing banks, you know, life companies, the CMBS market's really heated up. I think it grew. It was 23% of the CMBS loans, I think I read today, for 2013 of 15.7%. You know, mortgage rates, we're seeing it. Everyone and their mother, I think, wants to get in the hotel lending space, you know, chasing yield.
But it was clear during the
I saw the spreads you were getting.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of that is believing that the hotel industry is better versus the other industries just have such a small spread, they had to go somewhere else.
Right. Yes,
they were
yeah,
forced
choosing,
into
yeah.
competition versus choosing to go there.
Yeah.
You know.
My thoughts on the loan originations are, and it's that phase where there's a healthy competition now.
Right.
But 12 months from now, it's going to be, shit, if we don't make this loan, they're going to make that loan. I'm not going to get my bonus, so it goes up. The Wells Fargo is the most disciplined by far.
Yeah.
That's why you're the best bank.
Mm-hmm.
But you get all these people who they either hadn't made hotel loans or they see all the money you're making, and then it starts ratcheting up. So that cycle gets it going to a bubble starts soon after this. I don't think it's there now. I think they're still good underwriting, very competitive, but you know, at some point it's going to be like, well, we hadn't lost any money on hotel loans, or you get a new crop of MBAs coming in, like, God, this is great. Look at this formula.
Yeah.
So I think we're fine right now.
But my one word for the industry today is really what everyone's saying, but it's solid. I mean, I think that the momentum is great, the underwriting is real and legitimate. The lending community is is probably in the place where they should be, which is, you know, being restrictive where they should be, but also seeing, hey, there's others out there now who are looking at this same deal, and I need to be a little more aggressive than I might have been 2 years ago. And all that kind of adds up to solid for me right now in 2014. Usually only last about 12 months, you know, so we'll see which way we go. But
It's going to be a mundane answer for me. It's 2005.
And why is that?
Well, again, everything was great in 2005. You know, we had a couple more years run. Everything looked okay, and by that I'm saying we're at that part of this. We're 2005 again in terms of the cycle. So enjoy it while you can, and it's beautiful, you know.
Well, and the select service, we have 10 in the pipeline, and they're really all select service, but there remains that gap on the equity, you know, and often it's as simple as $5 million, you know, and so you're bringing in another partner. The management company, we're asked to participate in the joint venture deal. One that we've been working in the Seattle area in March, just from our involvement, it will be 2 years. Yeah. And it should hopefully break ground in Q3. You know,
are you saying the debt's there, but
yeah,
because
the
it's
debt's
low
there, but I
proceeds,
think
the equity piece became larger?
The debt's there, the loan to values, you know, different than it was, you know, pre-crash, quite a bit different.
Really, the other word I would use is kind of welcoming for investors. An example would be on the Hyatt Regency Denver Tech Center, which JMI bought. We had close to 100 executed confidentiality agreements, and we only took it to 200 people. So 50% of the people we profiled executed confidentiality agreement.
So he's screaming the crop to you.
Well, okay. 20 of those 100, say 90 to execute confidentiality, we'd had 26 different groups do complete property tours.